Yeah.
Look, still clean, my nigga. Huh? Still clean, don't worry about it. Man, look. Man, I'm gonna paint my shit. Now the spot, 900. 4-year warranty. If you go on like $300-$400 more, 5-year warranty, body work and everything. So whatever that estimate is, you know what I mean, let me know. You might be able to get your whole car painted.
My page is wow.
But I know you remember the city had some little rust, not rust, but oh, West End, yeah. You think you can West End it? Yeah. Okay, cuz. It's not really that bad. Like, it got a spread. It's like, it's not too bad.
His was bad. His was like, his whole shit was not
man, Top One want to choke that nigga right now.
I knew Top One. When I looked at it, when I seen it happen, I was like, damn.
I understand. Damn. No way. Oh, shit.
Got the master plan. I know the power in my hand. Send this shit on demand. You better watch who you stand. Get framed up and then chained up for nobody.
Hey, Sluggy, can you plug that in or behind you?
Fake niggas like a virus. A lot of niggas infect. I chain this correct. Bought a whole bunch of soldiers. Stay moving out of stretch. When the rebels in the inject, all the niggas in the exit. Them niggas get the sprinting. I demand your attention. Sorry, nigga, I ain't folding. Plus, you know a nigga hold it. Nigga, look how I'm rolling. Shorty check my demeanor. He's smooth, but I'm clean. Flow like Aquafina. Hit him on the syrup. Yeah. I got a dilemma. About to have a baby. But I still want to bring it. Let's get to it. Nothing comes to a dream. I'm strictly dead. I'm all about the business. Rock solid and relentless. You came to make friends. I came to make a killing. That's why I'm gonna kill it. These niggas hurting. I ain't small fishes, nigga. You need a villain. I know you hear me. I'ma bet you a rook. Kanye, you a diamond Trump, I'm a pussy. I'm a kid, you a cook. Anything you can tell me, I'm too late. Let's get to it, nigga.
Man, clap it up. Man, y'all know what time it is, man.
That's good.
Man, it's the late night show, man. I'm missing my brother, man. Shout out to Captain Gadar Hard, man. He couldn't make it tonight, but we're gonna hold it down just cause that's what we do. You know what I mean? One West Radio. This is the late night show out? This is the late night show, man. Look, I'm in the presence of greatness right now, man. I don't know if y'all know, but I got both Hollywood Hebrews in this joint. Got both these niggas, man. I got the Hollywood Hebrew and his apprentice. You know what I mean?
God damn.
You know what I mean? But y'all know what it is, man. This Precinct Captain Quan, man, 10,000 ISUPK, man. To my right, I got
5 stacks.
Man, 5,000. Wow.
Bar. What's good?
Man, what's good?
Black
man?
Authentic Truth.
Man, real talk. Put that in there again, man.
Got to. Black Authentic Truth. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I know for everybody that's been following me, I ain't been putting out a lot of things, but brother gonna get back to it after this Passover. A lot of business going on right now.
Man, making a lot of moves. Man, then to my left, I got him, man. The world knows this man.
The hardest working man.
You know what I mean?
Nah, shit, Most High in Christ, man.
Yeah, this stop at one,
glad
man.
to be here.
Most High in Christ, man. Hey, man, but this is another late night show. We gonna get it, man. Hey, The Wall, where we going with it, man? What's going down?
Man.
We got a few topics. We're talking about divorces, marriages, and
got a lot of
lukewarm.
hot topics, Cap. A lot of hot topics. What I was bringing out before we went live, I was talking to Cap and I was bringing out that, I asked them and I'm gonna ask the viewers, and I'm gonna let it marinate for a minute. Have you ever heard the term "Black people are not a monolith"? Right? And I'm gonna get that definition real quick.
Monolith, you know what I mean?
Black people
educate them real quick.
Black people are not a monolith. Well, this is a term that's been around for about, I would say, from what I've seen, about a year or two, where black intellectuals and black people that are college graduates and all of that.
College grads.
Yeah, they say when they get in conversations that black people are not a monolith, talking about their blackness, right? So I'm gonna explain after I give you the definition. So monolith, of course, is this is the Webster Merriam. Monolith is, of course, can be a large stone or obelisk or a column, a massive structure, right? A 70-story monolith, or it gives for some of the tallest buildings. The one we're going to use is number 3, an organized whole that acts as a single, unified, powerful, or influential force. So when black people say black people are not a monolith, what they're saying is don't paint us with a broad brush. Don't generalize us and say that all black people are the same. But what these intellectuals are really saying is that I want to be separated. I want to be looked as an individual, right? Because what they compare it to is like when they do surveys. Yeah, they do surveys on populations, on races. They do these surveys, and when it comes to black people are not categorized. But white people are categorized by status, by money, by where they live, influence, and so on and so on. And so they're saying, in essence, what they're saying, Cap, is what I'm saying is that they want to be seen as individuals.
Yeah, absolutely. But there's so many like that's fine. You know what I mean? In certain categories, it's okay to be an individual, and I get that. But on the broad spectrum of what they saying is they want to be individual in general. Right. They don't want to be categorized in any type of, format because they feel they want to disassociate themselves.
Right.
That's what the point of this is.
With their people. And let me just say, I just want to throw this in there, is that, of course, black people have different ideas, different belief systems, different levels of how much income you earn, different education levels, different dreams and aspirations. Of course, we're all different in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you cannot become an individual and try to separate yourself from your people. And essentially, it is something that you fight in a losing battle.
No, absolutely. Right? No, absolutely. And it's funny too, because that's such a heavy thing to bring out, because in the world, like you said, this is a term that most educated people, in a sense, bring up because they feel entitled.
Right.
You know what I mean? I went to school, I did my 4 years or my 8 years or 10 years, I become a doctor, or you know what I mean, I have whatever certification in this profession. I have these degrees. Yeah. And so like in a degree, man, listen, a degree is definitely a good thing, but it better not be the determining thing that makes and break you. Right. You know what I mean? But that's what a lot of these people think. I need to get a degree so I can be better. Go ahead,
if I could, degree comes from the Latin degrada, which means to downgrade.
Come on, man.
Wow.
Look, you know what I mean? And you know,
because when you go through the education system, really if you're not in the truth, you're downgrading. Yeah. Because you're being whitewashed.
No, absolutely. No, real talk. That's so heavy that you say that, right? Because what happened is what they're doing is teaching you their mind state. They're teaching you how to assimilate to the things that they feel is the way the world is supposed to work. And so you get into this, you were able to pass, grades, and now all of a sudden you're in this status and you got a foot in the door. All of a sudden now you're important now. Right. So I don't want to now be put in that particular, category as everyone else. I'm not them.
Right. I'm not them. It's like you're separating yourself from your race. And what we were talking about, like we said, we had to save this for the live. Like you want to separate yourself, but you're fighting. I said it earlier. You're fighting a losing battle because the world will never look at you as separate.
Absolutely.
The world always looks at black people. I brought it out earlier in class that when you think about black man, when the world thinks about black man, they think about, drug dealers, men walking with their pants sagging, pimps, players, and our women. They think of us as, whores, strippers, thoughts. You know what I mean? And not only that, every other nation looks at us like, in the back of their mind, those were the slaves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those were the slaves. it's an elephant in the room that will always be there.
No, big
so
fact.
you can't separate yourself. And when we were not on the air, Captain Quan brought it out. I brought it out earlier today. Oprah Winfrey.
Man, listen, Oprah Winfrey's like a great catalyst in this conversation. Why? Because she's a billionaire, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, Barack Obama, you should know Oprah Winfrey. I mean, that's my point. In the black community, you should know the two, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and she still can go into a store, designer store
In Sweden.
and still be what? Profile. Because
right.
guess what? You cannot escape who you are. You know what I mean? You can't. And that's what a lot of us as people have to recognize. You got to start loving you and stop trying to escape from who you are. Like, to even further the point, like these people in their professional classifications and titles that go to college and, you know, think that they're better because they got a degree or a doctorate, or now they're, you know, in the type of echelons of people,
upper
right?
echelon, right.
Most of the time on them college campuses that you going to school in, they looking at you. They think you either play basketball or you play some type of sports.
Or you got some type of scholarship.
Yeah, scholarship
that got you there.
Because they don't think academically you're intelligent enough to get there. What you think about that, Double One?
I think that's Esau for you.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's Esau's setup. I mean, hey, but my thing is, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians like, for example, we teach the Bible. I talked to someone who went to theologian school. He feels like he is more authorized to teach the Bible versus me because he learned from the white man.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, you know, but then of course he'd be surprised how much history we know and how much prophecy we're teaching him. Right. You know what I mean? But because he has a degree, you know.
And what he said is so heavy because any brother in the ISUPK from a trooper on up can school a black or Hispanic person that has a degree or in some special field or even went to theology school, can school them in history, shut them down, right? But I don't want to go too far.
No,
we was on Oprah Winfrey, but I want to add another one.
Look, please.
What's the brother with the kind of closed eye? Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, yeah.
He was walking in a bodega and he got followed around inside of a New York bodega because they thought he was going to steal. Now, he done won Oscars.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is prestigious, the level that black
Grammy
people...
nominated.
Yeah, Grammy nominated. This is the level that black people esteem to be on and think that life will be so great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Chasing this dream.
Right. And you find out that it does not matter who, like, your status, your social status, your fame, none of that matters. And so you are in that aspect, is they say we're not a monolith. You are a monolith in the aspect that you get profiled for your color
and put in a category.
Can't get away from who you are. No. You are a monolith in that. So you are there is an influence and a force, like the definition said. The definition said an organized whole that acts as a single, unified, powerful, or influential force. So the force are the history of being a slave, of being lower caste in America. You are connected to that. You can't get away from that and act like you're some type of individual because of your success. Right?
Yeah. And look, and you know, the crazy thing about it, success, man, really makes you weak. You know what I mean? And when I say success, in their form of success, man, we're successful, man. We with the Lord, man. We've changed our lives and became successful in our households because we've taken on the spirit of the Most High. Right. But the reason why these people, you know what I mean, gravitate and push to be like these successful people is because they want to be in a situation where they don't have to deal with that, or it rarely happens. Right. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you know, I'm successful. I don't see those things because where I'm at, you know, they don't really, you know, bother me too much. You know what I mean? And they don't realize that is such a weak and punk cop-out, man. And that's not how you establish your people. You know what I mean? Because that right there is thinking for self. Like no sweat. That right there is thinking for self. And one of the things about being at the top, you become selfish. It reminds me of that precept of when that rich man came to Christ. And Christ was like, basically like, hey, he wanted to roll with Christ. He didn't break the laws or nothing. Christ said, all right, well, give everything you have.
Good master, what good thing shall I do?
That is perfect.
You know what I mean?
What we're talking about right now. Like you can't let go of that that dream of that feeling of being separated and having a level that is not the level of your people.
Yeah.
You're over you feel like, I don't have to deal with those things.
Yeah.
But if somebody like Christ, a black man from the hood, said, if you want to be righteous, just give up all of that stuff and you'll be righteous today.
And most of the people will do what? Just like that rich man. Turn around in sulking.
Right.
With his head in his chest.
With his head down and say, you know what? I'm gonna just go sit in my lavish, apartment with my big, swimming pool and and in my nice, car, and I'm just gonna, be comforted by those things that I got. I can't see myself letting go of this neighborhood this gated community that I live in.
Man, listen,
let that go.
That's so heavy. That's why when you read precepts like where in the Bible it says it's better to be a poor man. You know what I mean? Because that for me, I understand it. And I understand it because it's like, you know what? When you get that mind state, you actually realize, you know what I mean? You actually have you learn to have a moral compass.
Right.
You learn to think about those around you. You learn to sacrifice in situations because you don't have a choice.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
The rich don't understand what it is to have nothing.
Yeah.
To lose. Like when you come into the truth, if you look at all the disciples, man, namely Peter and Andrew, who are brothers.
Yep.
They were in the middle of their profession, fishing.
Yeah.
Christ told them, I will make you fishers of men. Follow me. They didn't ask no questions.
Man.
They let that go. They have families. They followed Christ though. Right. Same thing with, I believe, Matthew. He was collecting taxes.
Right.
He's come follow me.
They was just regular black and Hispanic people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? With regular day-to-day jobs, just paying the bills, getting by.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, and not realizing, right? Them stopping what they doing really affected their households.
Right.
But they realized that mission that they was on was way more important than what they had going on at home. See, and these rich people that think in this mind state, man, it's so destructive. Like, and let's clear the air real quick. Is it wrong to get a degree?
No,
it's not.
Is it wrong to go and try to hire, push your education to a higher level?
Encouraged, rather.
Yeah, it's absolutely encouraged.
Right.
You know what's wrong? When you forget who you are.
And you start hating your people.
And you forget where you come from. You forget what matters.
Right.
Because you got your bachelor's, you look at high school dropouts as less of a black man, as less of a brother.
Or you say you take the mindset as like this. Like, well, I came from nothing. Why can't they do what I do?
Exactly.
Man.
You start to hate them for not being able to accomplish what you have accomplished.
Right.
Man, and that's so heavy, man. Like, and that spirit is what keeps us destroyed. That's what keeps us separated, like the definition. The whole definition is to separate themselves from not being categorized because they want to be looked at as an individual.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we can't do that. I'm not an individual.
Right.
I'm man, my brother. Go ahead, please.
Somehow they think that with white people, white America can look at them as some spectacular individual that got it all together, that, their circumstances will be better. It's something deep down in their psyche.
They measure their success. Like it, sir.
No, you good.
They measure. Sadly, brothers and sisters measure their success on pleasing or what the white man views as success.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, goddamn.
No, real talk.
No,
like,
that's true.
No, they view the more white people accept me, the more I made it.
Right.
Exactly.
The more I'm not. What's that term that they say when they're around you?
I'm not just.
Oh, go ahead, please.
I'm not just stereotypical.
Yeah, stereotypical. Or
black man.
Or you're around somebody and you're you're around a bunch of different nationalities, and they go, oh no, he's not like them.
Right,
exactly.
Right. Like I'm not your average. I'm not your
that
average.
makes them feel good inside. Like, I made it.
Yes.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We got to get away from that. You did not make it because you got validated by the white man.
Listen,
Come on.
What you just said to make them, spiritually puff their chest out. Like, you say something like that. Like, he's not. No, officer. He's not one of them. He's not. No, officer. Stop. He's not one of them.
Yeah.
Leave him alone. Like, you like,
I made it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Come on, real talk. That's the
Not
reality.
the da-da-da-da.
You know what I'm saying? Captain Sabo shit.
Like,
Token Negro.
Man.
I'm the token Negro. I'm the standout Negro. Like, I'm that Negro. Like, you got a lot of pennies in your hand. I'm that golden shiny one. I'm the one that stands out.
Man,
You know
real
what I mean?
talk.
I'm a good nigga.
Man, real talk. I'm not like that, man. We good black people over here. We good Hispanic people.
Yes, sir, master.
Yeah, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I's be good.
Man,
Boss,
you
we
understand?
Yeah.
Boss, we sick.
Man.
Is we sick, boss?
God.
Yeah, is we sick boss in 2021 is is we sick boss in 2021 is I like white people.
Right.
God loves everybody.
I don't see color.
Is we
I don't
sick.
see color.
I don't see color.
You know what I mean? Go ahead.
No, hate is hate and love is love. Like love cross all boundaries.
Man, we
know
all
what I mean?
bleed red.
We all bleed red. That
Is such a trash argument too. Like animals bleed red. Like
Right. Right.
From a horse too. You compare me to a goddamn rat.
Yeah, a roach bleed. I don't know if a roach bleed, but I know a rat bleed red.
Red.
Man,
You know what I mean?
this nigga said, I don't know if a roach.
I don't know if
That
a
was
roach
hilarious.
bleed red, but I do know a rat
Niggas from
bleed
the
red.
gutter.
You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm thinking. Look, we from the bottom.
Bro,
Listen, so when they say that, it's like you got to keep it in perspective. Like your brother said, all like animals bleed red, man. Like vermin and weasels and opossums and raccoons bleed.
Right.
So you know what I mean?
What's your point?
Like, what's your
You know what
point?
I mean?
Like you on the level of an animal,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's just another way of trying to rationalize, loving your oppressor.
No, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And look, and this is why we got to get away from it, because part of the topics we're going to go into, having this mind state does what? It affects your regular day-to-day household. You wonder why marriages get broken up? You wonder why you're getting a divorce, or you can't stay with this relationship, or whatever the case may be, is because you have assimilated to love this society, the way that they think. Right. And you've never associated anything that you wanted to do with God and the book of the Lord, where you would learn how to suffer. You would learn how to love each other.
Right.
You would learn how to have conversations. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing wrong, you know what I mean, to have an argument, deal with it. If she's still getting on your nerves, man, go in the other room, man. Just look, give me a break, man. Just leave me alone for a second. You know what I mean?
Right.
But y'all ready to just throw the whole everything out. You know what I mean? Because y'all own, you'll say something?
No.
Because your mind state is what? I got to think for self. If I'm not coming up, then nothing else matters.
Right.
We got to stop that, man. This is like, there's this mentality of us really thinking that assimilating to the culture of white people is going to have some success for us. Mm-hmm. We got to get away. Like,
right.
There's this mind state. I got to have the house, the white picket fence, the children.
Lassie.
Lassie. I got to have a dog.
The dog.
Look, they go so much. What do they do on Christmas? They what's the little pictures they do? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? When they had the different crazy outfits on, and y'all know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what it's called by term.
What, the ugly sweater?
Yeah, ugly sweater, kind of like that's white people shit.
Right.
Like we don't.
Or the picture where the whole family has a Christmas
pajama suit.
Onesies on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's white people shit.
Yeah.
Like we have to stop judging our success off of the people that continue to destroy us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yes.
That's solid.
You know what I mean? Like, we think that if we could just be like them,
right?
If we could just be a little bit more white about everything, life could go so much more smoother.
Right.
Go ahead.
The brother Kowal said, join some big head nerd fraternity and forget about your people and where you come from.
Man, oh my
shaking
goodness.
my head.
Most of these, man, go ahead, please.
No, but he's just saying shaking my head. But I've seen it, and you know what? Let me just say, because I got some folks that's in a fraternity down south, and I just seen a video where they was doing their little singing and their little chant thing. Mm-hmm. And let me just say the thing was hard, but when you get back into what the root of it is, isn't that go back to the Greek?
Yep.
Ain't that the Greeks they work
Greeks and Romans, that homosexuality bullshit.
that fraternity shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
But it was only hard because we Israel. The same way we listen to rap music, and a lot of it is just hard. And our people are so talented, but it's the message in it or what's behind it. You know what I mean? And so these fraternities is just trash because they're part of the problem too. Because from what my understanding, when black people couldn't be in the white fraternities, they went and started black fraternities.
That's exactly what happened.
Be a carbon copy of white fraternities.
Yeah.
Which is trash. You
Real
know what I'm
talk.
saying?
Like we can't why do we have to have everything that they have?
Right.
Why can't we have our own shit?
Right.
Because
Like-
they're slaves. That's a slave mindset.
And-
the fact that
No, please. That's what I want. Yeah.
The fact that you measure success on what he deems success, that's showing and proving that we're still in the mentality of being a slave. Like, if you look at it, black people can't have a religion without, it's not a religion if white people not included in it.
Man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
You're invited to the cookout. Like,
Come on.
Yeah.
like, goddamn,
he
we
got
got
a
a
nickname.
cookout.
He got a nickname. I've been
Man.
seeing all of that. I seen white people like make a mockery of black people in a sense of oh man, you know, I'm white, man, and I finally got accepted to the cookout, man. I got a nickname, man. They like me, man, around here, man. I'm invited to all the cookouts.
And nobody at the cookout gonna mean mug him.
No.
Ain't nobody gonna, who is this?
Matter of fact, did you want to play?
Man, he get his play first. Listen, I've seen it.
You know what I'm saying?
But let a brother that you've never seen come in there. Who is this nigga right here?
Who the hell
Right.
out here trying to eat? Who the fuck? Who
Where you
brought
from?
him? Yeah.
Where your grandmama stay?
Hey, who brought
Come
this
on,
nigga,
right,
man?
Right.
Come on, like,
Like, god damn.
it's
So-
like, oh please.
So like that was all valid what brothers is bringing out. I want to make sure we stick to this topic about the monolith.
I got
we
you.
are on the topic.
Yeah, kind
We're
of.
on the topic about, black people wanting to be separated from their people, man, and saying like black people are not a monolith. You can't just put us in one category. We're so different. We're diverse. We have different dreams, aspirations, whatnot. But it all is rooted in getting acceptance and love from the oppressor, because they're in their mind, they're looking at like, okay, you look at us as the same. So those guys, those niggas that's killing each other in Chirac, you look at me with my associate's bachelor's degree, like I'm them too. Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
So the key to combating that is loving your people and coming together with your people and being unified, because it's not going to never change. You're not going to be able to convince, Tom, Dick, and Harry that you're different from your people. You're not going to be able to separate yourself in the views of them.
Absolutely. Let
You
me
know
ask
what
you
I
a
mean?
question, right? Can you convince a lion not to eat a gazelle?
You cannot.
What about a zebra?
You cannot.
What about what's
The scriptures say, can a leopard change his spots?
you're trying to
cannot.
change the nature of the beast.
You trying to can you change something that the Lord created crooked? Can
Right.
you make it straight?
Make it, yeah.
Listen,
Exactly.
and that's what's so heavy. Like, we as people need to we have to start realizing what the reality of this is. We are not gonna ever be accepted by these people. By design, we weren't supposed to be accepted.
Right.
By design.
They're not looking for your acceptance.
You damn right. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They so quick to let everybody on the earth know you're a criminal, you're a drug addict, you're a prostitute. You know what I mean? You're all these derogatory things. You know what I mean? When are you going to go and realize you need to turn the tables and use the same type of warfare they're using against us on them? Because they damn sure are the murderers.
Or the same type of propaganda that they've
Yeah.
used towards you.
Because they damn sure are they damn sure are the rapists,
Right.
the murderers, the child molesters. You know what I mean? They're doing all kind of things, but you'll never categorize them then.
Hey, I just want to do a sidebar and give a shout out to Natazak for going to get them tacos out. I'm gonna tear them up. I'm gonna tear them tacos up after the show.
It's a real hungry shit. Look, hey, listen, if you didn't know, California has the best tacos.
Right.
That is a fact.
Don't miss
That
me
is
with
not
that.
up for debate.
Miss me with that Tex-Mex.
I've been everywhere. There's no, listen.
That's super facts.
You know what I mean?
Come on. I've been to
Super
the East Coast, the South, California, man.
Listen,
Tacos.
But you cannot get away. Getting back to the topic, black people are not a monolith. In a way,
We are not, because of course we do. Like, I can even go back to the time when black people got released from slavery. Of course, they had different aspirations and wanted to do different things, and you couldn't put them in a box, right?
Yeah, of course.
But the reality is that we are put in a box, and we are looked at as the same from the world. I'm not just talking about in America. This thing is everywhere.
This
in
shit
the
is
earth.
worldwide.
You know what I'm saying? That we're looked at
Yeah.
the same type of way.
Listen.
And so it's a disrespect to your ancestors that shed their blood, pick cotton all goddamn day to try to separate yourself from your race. That is never going to go. If somebody can we find the story of the young sister that she's going to be a director? She said she want to direct stuff about, positivity. She don't want to do pain, meaning she don't want to do the same old thing like all movies. I think she might work.
I'm not sure
for Disney. I don't know.
I'm not too.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar.
She might work for Disney.
Had a young officer get on it, and what you saying is so right. Like, this is not just an America thing. This is worldwide, right?
Right.
I was just viewing, I watch all kind of different things, right? And I was watching an interview with some Jake, and he was like, he went to Japan, and he didn't realize the level, because he, the level of racism in America is one thing, but there's a different type of level of racism in these other countries.
Yeah, it is.
Where, like, he went to Japan, right? And, they have a bunch of nightclubs and a lot of different things, right? Japan is so upfront. They have certain clubs. Oh, you're black. Black people can never come in this club.
Like that.
To this day, in 2021, you cannot come inside certain clubs in Japan.
Like Big John.
Yeah,
Damn.
like, it's like, yeah, damn. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Like, real spill. Like, it's certain places where they have a understanding they do not rock with you.
They ain't trying to hang with you. They ain't trying to mingle with you.
They don't want any in between.
They're separate.
But us as black and Hispanic people, all we want to do is give our love to these people.
We want to give our love to everybody.
Listen.
We want to mix and mingle. We want to do things. We want to experience everything, and we want to be a human being. But these people, we don't want to see reality for what it really is,
Man,
right? We don't want to really see the reality.
If I may, it's crazy. It shows you how much of a devil this man is, because throughout history, we know, being in the truth, who we were, who we are, right? We ruled the Dark Ages and King James, and you understand, the Moors and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
brothers was in high positions, and then what Esau did was whitewash the images, knock off the noses of the statues and the bust of kings. You know what I mean?
Right.
And now now he got you wanting to be him when he wanted to be you.
Man.
You get what I'm saying?
Like,
that's like next level witchcraft.
He hit niggas with the real okie doke.
That's what I'm saying. Like, man, he like, you gotta think about how tedious it was. Why would they whitewash images?
Because,
you know what I'm saying? Like, they wanted to be that.
Yeah.
Because they came from the cave.
Right,
Man.
right. And the cold part is it was so many of them, millions and millions of them, that they could not whitewash all of them. That's why we have
That's why we still have certain things.
Black icon, Russian icon.
Yeah, I got that book somewhere right here.
Yeah, you got it somewhere.
Yeah, one of y'all.
I got it. Yeah,
that's why
if you ever want to see black people, in those times, you can get a book called Russian Icons if you're lucky enough to get it cheap enough. You know what I mean? There's plenty of other books that show Russian icons, and what icons were they were paintings of saints and
biblical figures,
right? And when the so-called white man got into power, he hired artists to go and paint over those figures. There's actually a video on YouTube, if I can find it again, where there is a museum with a Russian woman where they have painted over those paintings, and those paintings start to peel. They start to peel off the white wall painting, and they go back black.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And listen, that's so heavy, man, because the reality of this is, what we trying to bring to you is, stop trying to run from what you have always been from the beginning. And that was better than every other nation.
Right. And if I could, y'all bringing out so heavy, like, there's so many icons and images and frescoes that we'll never see, because they destroyed them because they failed at whitewashing them.
Right.
It's a term called iconoclasm.
Yeah, right.
Which the etymology of the word, it literally is the defacing of an image.
Yep.
Icon meaning image, clasm the defacing of. So they purposely defaced images. But why though? What were they thinking? Like, okay, when they saw these great images, when they came, because remember, a lot of this began like in the Renaissance era.
Yep.
And it's
Which
called the
means what?
Renaissance.
Because Renaissance means what?
It's
Rebirth.
from the French, rebirth, Renaissance. I'm just joking. I'm just
This
joking.
nigga crazy. This nigga said Renaissance. This nigga crazy.
I like it, but that's
I
what
get
they
it,
did.
though.
Though.
That shit is hilarious.
That's what I like it, but that's what they.
Nah, I got you.
That's what they did, though. You know what I mean? So it's
I'm
just
gonna
like,
have to
why
use
though?
that on the low.
Right. It's like,
But yeah, no, real talk. Like what you're saying is absolutely on point. And one of the reasons why this was a tactic of war too. This was warfare.
Oh yeah.
This is warfare.
Right.
What was the purpose of me defacing this? You know, these individuals that got people worrying about being put in the category of monolith.
because I'm gonna tell them what they are.
Right.
Because I'm a what?
I'm gonna tell them what they are.
But not realizing if nothing ever got whitewashed, you would get to see who the fuck you are.
Right. You would know who you are, man.
Because as a child, right, one of the things that we all can all agree to when we watch television, which is televisional programming, when we had to read books, when we had to take tests, everything around us was associated with what face?
Yeah.
White faces. The moment if we would have gone places to museums or different places and we would have seen us in power, it would have done something for us as a people.
Sir,
Please.
if I could. That's what the Indian boarding schools was about.
Come on.
When they listen, the Native Indian was so cultural, right? Everybody knows that.
Right.
They were so cultural, from the hair to how they dressed, to what they hunted, to eat, everything.
Yeah.
Right.
The so-called white man, our oppressor, Salakia, what he did was he set up boarding schools.
Right.
And in these boarding schools, the whole objective of these boarding schools was to strip the natives of their culture. They were not allowed to look like a native. You have images, side-by-side images of a brother before and after a boarding school.
Right.
Man.
Just go look it up. Goddamn.
What
What
is
is
brother's
it?
telling you the truth. He's telling you the
Wait,
truth.
what's
Go
that
do your
term?
research.
Kill the Indian, save the body. Is that the term?
Save the man.
Save the man.
Yeah,
Kill
kill the Indian, save the man.
Right.
Why do we have to bring these things out? Because they are reality.
Right.
And the reality is you idiots.
And you have
You
some
gotta
people.
be. Go ahead. I'm slacking. Go ahead.
No, I cut you off. Like,
No, you individuals that's so high in intelligence,
Right.
so high in
My
professionalism.
degrees. I don't know. I'm a little old, but
Yeah.
Kanye West had a skit on one of his albums like, my degrees. You see my degrees?
Man.
My degrees like
college dropout?
College dropout, right?
All your degrees, right?
Hey, look,
yeah,
look.
all your degrees on the wall. You're so high
High and
esteem
mighty.
and high and mighty.
But you dumb as shit.
Yeah. and what they used to do is too, because
Please.
you have brothers who who are still alive
Yeah.
and went through the boarding school process as a
Right.
Native American.
Didn't they call them missions too?
Kind of kind.
Yeah. Okay. Well, please go ahead.
No, if I
Slack it.
could, it was a documentary, and he was explaining like how horrific it was, and he was like, man, he started choking up.
He broke down.
Yeah,
Yeah, start crying.
He's like, man, I would speak, my natural, my native tongue,
Yeah.
and they would pop me in the mouth. They would pop me in the mouth, and he just started breaking down. They would molest us, and they would force Christianity on us.
right.
And man,
So, but you measure your success on how, you know what I mean? Come
you
on.
measure your success on how white people view
You,
you.
yeah.
View you in their what is
in their culture and
their
society.
standards.
Yeah,
Their
of course.
standards.
Their standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So we all brought it out. Like, listen, we are a monolith. We are a monolith because of the things that we went through. We're a monolith because of the, you know what I mean? Everything that has happened to us. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Everything that has happened to us, we are a monolith when it comes to slavery, when it comes to oppression, when it comes to suppression, when it comes to taking your language, like you just heard with the brother. Like if they take your language, You can't no longer be a prideful people. If someone takes your the images of God and gives you another image of God that doesn't look like you, that strips you of all type of pride, racial pride.
And
you get what I'm saying?
and
you
that
don't have any.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
And that's why Esau is the devil. Because nations prior didn't practice that.
Yeah.
Right.
Esau was the one who introduced Hellenization.
And
you forcing their ways on you.
And let me tell you, for the viewers that's listening, when he says Esau, he means it's a so-called white man that you know as a Caucasian today. That's who his name is in the Bible.
And look, let's spin it right. Let's spin it right. Now think about it on the other spectrum. Why do you think now white people are so proud and so okay with the destruction of you? And so okay with how they go about in their day-to-day life? Because the same things they took away from us that would make us proud, they get to see it every single day. How do you think you feel as a child knowing the presidents of the United States up to 43 were all white? The leaders of your nation. Well, how do you think you grow up as a child thinking all the greatest inventors from Benjamin Franklin to Thomas Edison looked like me? And you wonder why these people are doing what? Going to the moon.
Right.
They're creating different vaccines and
God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They believe they're God in a sense because of the things that were placed around them.
Right.
So in essence, what? Seeing you in greatness can make you want to be what? I know what it'll make me want to do. It'll make me want to be fucking great.
Right.
And that's why we are trying to explain. You want to be great? You want to really make some changes and not try to be categorized?
Right.
Bring back who you really are and build from the bottom up. That's why I love the UPK, man.
Right. The oppressor is a warlock.
Man.
Because that mind, he got into that mind. Like, he destroyed us as a nation of people and made you believe that, that he's the real Jew. And, like, that's a heavy thing to do.
Bro.
You know what I mean? Like, God,
listen, what you said is so heavy. Like, people do not understand. There's going to come a day where we're going to have, the judgment day is coming for them. And there's going to be a different type of understanding for people in the world and all other nations to see how blasphemous this beast was.
Oh, yeah.
To think, hey, get him out of here. I feel like it. But anyways, you're gonna see how blasphemous, you know what I mean? How horrifying things are gonna be for them.
Right.
Because the way that they dealt with us, the way that they have just constructed this whole platform to make the entire world think that they were always the people on top. And then look how cold it is. This is why the other nations deserve death and they deserve servitude as well, is because they ran right underneath the skirts and umbrella of this.
Right.
And like I brought out Japan earlier, right? Japan is the white people of Americans. Like how they're the white people of the Asians. Excuse me.
I see you.
So it's like, and so like they're the whites of Asians, so they think they're better than the other Asians because the classification, if you didn't know, there's dark skinned Asians.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't know. People don't know the like when you go over there,
right?
Like a lot of them are dark skinned, like
wide noses,
yeah. Because then that prove and that's biblical.
Yeah.
Because now that makes even when we go into the story of Lot and Ammon,
right,
and how they even became
what they were,
it just shows the phenotype, the everything. You know what I mean?
Lot was Abraham's nephew.
Come on, man. Come on. And so I'm bringing this out to say we have to now, as a people, really stop playing with this, how we live in this society, man.
Right.
We got to really understand the only way to change is really take on the spirit of us as a people. Like, we're afraid to wear our hair out. We're afraid to be natural. We're afraid to speak our own language. And that's not normal.
Yeah.
Because Asians speak their language. Does anybody have a problem? Does anybody tell the Asians they can't speak Chinese? Does anybody tell the Arabs they can't speak whatever Arabic?
Right.
But the moment you want to speak Hebrew, nigga, you're not a Hebrew, nigga.
Right.
Yeah.
You speak that English language.
The moment you dress like how you supposed to dress, they say, "Oh, nigga, what do you got on?
Right.
What kind of costume you wearing?
Mm-hmm.
You a Power
going?
Ranger or whatever?"
Man.
Y'all seen the picture that I showed you?
I
I brought out that picture that I got. I put it on my. It was on my Facebook, like I believe probably like a year ago. Recently, it started getting a lot of buzz getting shared by fake Israelites. I say fake Israelites because they're Israelites that are not in the truth.
The Power Ranger ones?
Yeah. What you mean?
Was it the white, black, and
No.
okay,
It's actually a picture of one of the three wise men. But what I did was it was in the Dark Ages a sculpture, and it was whitewashed. So Christ, Joseph, and Mary was white. The three wise men were black. So I zoomed in on one of them and cropped him out, and I posted it, right? So when you look at him, he got a shofar in his hand with a lion on it, and he got a garment on, and he got a fat chain, like a chain link, like how Captain Kaposh wear them chain links. He got one of those on his neck. You know what I'm saying? But it just goes to show like how they be like, oh, why y'all dress like that? Well, people in the ancient days didn't dress like how we dress today. If Christ came back today and you got a fitted cap on, he looking at you like, nigga, what is that? Like, you know what I mean? This is not how. This is normal. Strange apparel.
Yeah,
this is strange what you got on, because the ancient days, this was what we was wearing, and like it just shows you that in the ISUPK we try to hold on to our heritage and we try to do what our forefathers did and dress like them and rehearse those righteous acts. You know what I mean?
And the place of drawing waters, which represents slavery.
Right.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? We trying to do that. We trying to live that.
Since slavery, they've been mentioned in the River Jordan.
You know what I'm saying? But that spirit that you see in that dark age sculpture is the spirit that black people have on them today.
Man.
Like, nigga, why you wearing all these chains, Captain Quan? Why you wearing this chain? Why I'm wearing this chain?
Nigga, because I'm royalty, nigga.
You know what I mean?
Nigga, it's royal ancestors in this soul of mine.
You feel me?
What I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Nah, that's real talk. No, what you're saying is so heavy, man. Like, we have to, like you said, start identifying ourselves back to what we really are. Stop going off of the concepts of these other people.
Right.
But let's switch it up a little bit, man. We've been going into a few things,
that was
man.
good, though.
Let's talk about, breakups and divorce, man. Why everybody not understanding that marriage is forever these days? Why are we taking the easy way out? What's y'all thoughts on this? Why are we taking the easy way out? You know what I mean? What is taking the easy way out really getting us? I want y'all brothers holla at me.
I would say broken homes. Like, taking the easy way out is getting us more dysfunctional homes and broken homes. Because when you give up like that, what are you going to? You going to be a single, brother, a single woman. You know what I mean? And it really goes back to, what we know and what we've learned of what marriage really should be and what it is. In America, marriage is about status and money. So people get married just to be like, girl, I'm married, or look, bro, I'm getting married. Come to the ceremony, like let's have this big old ceremony, this big old thing is popping. Take the pictures and all of that, and you don't even really know the person. So after all of the the buzz and the moonlighting burns off,
the honeymoon phase.
Now you can't even settle an argument. Now you hate one another. About after 3 months, you hate one another because you never really got to know one another, and because you never was taught on how to do it. You know what I mean? And that's why I thank the ISUPK, because as a black man in America, in the world, I still would have been doing the same thing I was doing. Like, and that's what black people do. They have failed relationship after failed relationship after failed relationship. You know what I'm saying?
And that they have failed relationship, right? You said failed relationship after failed relationship after failed relationship. What creates the repetitiveness? Like, you would think, right?
Yeah, that's
You would think, right? If I failed the first time, maybe I need to fix what was wrong with me the next time. So if I go do it another time, this time it'll work.
Excuse me. Right.
But it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Why does it not work? What is y'all points on that? Because for me, I feel it doesn't work because, one, you didn't establish it on anything in the first place.
Right.
Yeah. That's heavy.
You know what I mean? Like most of the time it's all roses and butterflies. You know what I mean? You saw your little shorty.
They just want to have sex.
Yeah, she look good or he look good.
That's such a childish. If I could,
Yeah, please.
sir. That's such a childish way of thinking.
Come on.
Like brothers, like for brothers, not obviously not in the school, but outside of the truth in the world, like our minds or the mindset is, damn, she look good, I'm a hit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a damn what she got going on and
Man.
how crazy she is. Oh, you blind to all of that.
All of that means nothing.
Nothing at all. So after you do the do, now 2 weeks later, you start finding out. Okay,
I
don't know. We don't really get along, and and we're not compatible. But that's why you take the time to do that in the first place.
Man.
And you break like for a brother in the truth, you get in a relationship knowing, okay, we're not allowed to quit on each other. So if we can't quit on each other, that means we can't break up. There is no divorce. We're married. We gonna work it out.
Man, listen, you gonna
Straight
go
up.
in there and throw that holy rod of correction? Listen, go in that room. I ain't got time for this.
Right.
You know what I mean? She'll be okay for a couple of days and you go right back to fighting. But listen, you know what I mean? We're gonna work it out. Like you're saying, like this not built on anything. And it's sad because y'all don't see what's right in front of you. And you wanna say something? And what makes me it's real laughable personally, because you got a lot of these people, you know what I mean, that get into failed relationships and they quick to blame the person.
Right.
Never do they ever do self-examination. Slack you. I'm
Exactly.
hard on you sisters. Y'all do not self-examine.
Right.
Y'all do not. Y'all realize 80% of marriages in America, man. You know what I mean? Now I would say over the last 10, 20 years.
Yeah, it's
80%,
75 to 80%.
75 to 80% of marriages were in divorce because some of the things that you said earlier. Financially, he a man, and when I say 75 to 80%, women, you file for divorce.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because his financial status changed, hardship started happening,
Right.
which then started meaning you lost interest. But then we read the vows, though. The vows for better, for worse,
Right.
for richer, for poor,
So
Right.
death do us
till death
part.
do us part.
Good.
Where
Nice.
the hell
Good.
did that
Nice.
go?
Good.
And look, the
Nice.
cold part about this, it ain't even in the goddamn Bible.
It ain't even till death
Damn.
do us part. It's till my coworker do his part.
Man, look, to
Right,
my
right.
listen, how
My
many
girlfriend,
yeah.
to my mama, my cousin, and my auntie do us the part.
Right,
Don't
to
tell
my-
me I need to get rid of you.
To
You know what
my
I'm
auntie's
saying?
advice.
Come on,
my
man.
my miserable single friends
Right.
advice do his part.
Man, misery love company, don't it?
Right. That's
Man.
crazy, man. That's
Like, you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, we have to realize, man, y'all ain't building these relationships on nothing.
on nothing. And so, like, let me just.
Please go ahead. Yeah,
Man, but like it's built on nothing. Like I said earlier, like you do it for the girl, I'm getting married. Hey,
You do it for the party.
You know your boyfriend get married. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Is that a monolith? Is that a monolith? Is that a monolith?
Yeah.
I'll be dead.
What category?
Huh?
Hey, your boy finna get married, and you know what I'm saying? You gonna be my best man. Like it's all for the show,
Man,
and you never got to get to know the person that you laying down with, and you making these vows with. Like he said, was so heavy. Like they it's over money and all of that. But you said for better, for worse,
for richer, for
richer,
poor,
for poor.
till death do us part. What
Bro,
happened to the richer, the poor?
What happened?
What happened to that shit?
And so-
It went out the window when that bag really left.
It went out the window, and so I would say a better agreement is biblically, like if we lay down, you're mine for the rest of my life.
Man, come
and,
on.
And if I take you, you got to be with me for the rest of your life.
So
unless
look.
I die, and unless you die, or unless you decide that you want to commit adultery,
Nothing
that's
we
it,
can
that's
do.
all.
And look, but you
So
want
that means you got to deal with a person.
Come on, man.
That
You
means that snaps. I gotta deal with this person.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's locked in.
Man,
It's
you-
really locked in. Like
There's nothing you
she's
can do.
on my fucking nerves right now.
But
it's locked in.
and I
though.
still gotta love her.
Like, man, look at her. Man, she
Love.
won't. Man, she not doing this. Man, she not doing that. She murmuring. She talking back and all this shit. Like, she don't even. It's for life though.
Man.
I gotta stick with this.
But look,
You know what I'm saying?
niggas get mad at you, brothers, right? Oh man, I'll have more than one, but nigga, I'll never leave none of them either.
Right.
You get mad at me because I'm a loyal nigga.
Right.
You get mad at me because I love women.
The problem is that you keep them.
Yeah, you get mad because I keep them.
Right.
Because
Damn.
I told her, you get mad at me. You go and divorce the broad, or you've divorced the man. But you get mad at me because I'm going to keep them all.
Right.
The Bible
Every
says,
single
Not only
one
that,
of them.
because you tell them the truth, though,
Man.
off tops.
Come on.
the Bible says folly is set in great dignity.
Come on.
Like they put, okay, like you said, brothers will be like, okay, I got this woman over here. This woman, she do this for me.
Yeah.
This girl, that girl. He don't claim none of them as his woman. He don't
Yeah.
go out with them in public and none of that. He just go get what he want out of them. But
Get his rocks off.
Yeah, you tell him, yeah, I got this woman. You know what I mean? She's solid. I got this woman. She's solid. They're my wives. You know what I mean? I believe I'm supposed to keep them for the rest of my life, and I'm loyal to them, and I'm there for them and everything.
Come on.
Nigga, what?
Come on, look, you're
Oh,
strange.
You're a sucker.
I'm a sucker for doing what I'm doing. Listen, I'm a sucker
This is
for
backwards.
treating a daughter well.
Right.
Man,
I'm a sucker for loving a woman well.
listen.
I'm a sucker
For being solid.
Come on.
Listen.
Being solid. And
And you
know what I
mad
mean?
at these brothers? If you man, listen. You niggas got this shit ass backwards.
How do you know how many? Listen, going back to breakups
Please.
and failed relationships, right? There really shouldn't be a such thing
Yeah.
as failed relationships. Like
But
y'all together.
that's it.
Right.
But breakups take tolls on people.
No, real talk.
It could be. It take tolls on people because it's not normal.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not God didn't design Earth when He invented man and woman. He did not create marriage with the intent of one day it'll end.
Yeah.
And kind of
no.
like the same thing as like, I broke up with him. Like going through multiple partners. Like I broke up with him. I broke up with that, and this happened. We're not together anymore. It wasn't designed to be like that.
Yeah.
It was designed that when you make that union, it's forever,
Sir, if-
forever. You know what I'm saying?
If I may, I think about this all the time. We talk about marriage. I always have to bring up high school.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm telling you, there will be some girls I seen have a new boyfriend every different quarter.
No, real
Right.
talk. That
Real
was
talk.
regular. Like, she
and they
like him today.
it's like programming.
It's normal.
It's part of the culture of America to say, like, let me give
That
you
is LA high school too.
Let
Man.
me give you some real shit. Let me give you some real talk, some real shit. Like when
I'm
I
thinking
was
about
like
that shit right now.
when I was a youngster, when I was like in high school, right? I had
Yeah.
like you know what they call it, your first love
Mhm.
or whatever. Some real shit, like you know what I'm saying. We
High
broke
school
up.
sweetheart shit.
We broke up, and I tell you the reason she broke up. She got with the D-boy. He had a car. You know, you in high school, you ain't got a
Yeah.
car.
Yeah, you ain't
you're
got-
not the man.
And I had
You are not who you thought you was.
I had a car.
Right. This is the thing, though.
Oh, I had a skateboard.
Look, I had no L's either.
So as a young nigga, I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. Like I'm sitting there, and I remember, I remember one of my aunts was like, she was like, nephew, don't worry about that. Like, you know, you're
That's
gonna have
crazy.
a gang of women. Like you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be many women.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But what the point I want to
That
make
shit
is
hurt
that,
though.
Yeah, but the point I want to make though is this. This is the
did,
point I want to make is that we're programmed, like you said earlier, we're
Yeah.
programmed to say it's gonna be other ones. Like they what I should have been taught as a youngster is like that woman, that first woman you lay with, that's who you stay with. That's who you're gonna be with for the rest of your life.
Man.
But I was taught like, oh, this is just a phase.
It's just,
It's
you
gonna
know,
be another
Man.
one. It's gonna be another
Sir,
one.
remember like cats would take a girl's virginity and dog her.
Yeah.
oh
But
my-
and then wonder why she's so stuck on him. Nigga, that's your wife.
And look,
Bruh.
hey, no, listen, that shit right there is, that's
Bruh.
envy. Because
Man.
look, they would fight tooth and nail
Right.
to be with you or deal with you. And you be sitting there as a brother like,
You don't
nah,
know nothing.
like, why she like go after this nigga like that?
Right.
But in hindsight, you like, damn, it's inherently
That's
in
some real
her
shit.
to know, nigga, that's who I'm supposed to be with.
Like
Right,
in
right.
the spirit, like psychologically, like you she allowed you in.
Come on.
You know what I mean? That's a big thing.
No,
for a
real
woman.
real talks. Like,
Virgin or not, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, I understand,
Man.
And so, man, listen, that shit, like, and we talking about this because this is normal for the world.
That shit is wrong.
What we're talking about right now, there's people going, I never thought there was nothing wrong with that. Like if you went with him and you didn't like it, I can go find something else. Like marriage is not your fast food choices.
Right.
It's not a candy bar.
Right.
Just because you I like Snickers this year, but I really feeling Butterfingers the next year.
Right.
It don't work that way.
It's not a basketball team tryout.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's something to take. You're supposed to take that serious. You're supposed to be. You're supposed to take that serious and take your time. Feel me?
Man.
Take your time. You know what I mean? But we're in this society where it's like, try this one, try that one. We're programmed to look at it like,
yeah, exactly.
We're programmed to look at it like going into a relationship like this is not going to last.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I wonder what the next one going to be like.
Man,
and that one after that, maybe he might be the Mr. Right. Maybe she might be the one. You know what I'm saying?
That's so heavy. Listen, what you saying, and this is why y'all get mad at us because we teach our kids order, instruction,
sir. They have a
integrity. Go ahead.
People that have a problem with staying with who you lay with, they're fake.
Real talk.
Right.
They're fake. You get what I'm saying? Like
there's no other way to say it.
Like, and this is what I mean by that. You have people like okay, when I first came to the truth, right? I had the same Facebook page since I was like a young man.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm trying to spread the truth, I'm just
you want to make sure people
right?
is on their shit.
There's people I've never met a day in my life, and they be posting funny memes, stuff like that. It don't mean nothing, but some of them I'd be like, they'd be in a relationship. Oh, I'm in love, and showing everybody how happy they are.
Validation.
I'm not even joking.
Right.
A month later, someone else.
Oh, brother. Let me just tell you. I'm pretty sure we all seen that. We've all seen that on our timeline where a sister will show you her whole relationship and then it's over. And in a matter of 3 months, then she's in another relationship. And like that goes back to what I was saying.
Yeah, please go.
About how we're programmed that we just trying people out.
Look,
we don't even look at it like it's of any importance to lay down with somebody.
And then you get females that have the audacity to get upset because niggas get in your inbox. Everybody see your whole relationship. Right. Nigga get in your inbox because he want to turn down.
Right. Exactly.
He want to turn down. He like, well, listen, I saw the last 5 niggas.
Relationship went from a honeymoon to that nigga ain't shit. And now you got people in the inbox because you posting everything online, letting them know all of your moves and everything that's going on.
They canceled Pepe Le Pew. They canceled Dr. Seuss, I think.
Right.
They canceled
one fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish.
Man,
nigga, what?
Man,
they canceled cartoons.
I like my green eggs. I don't like that green eggs.
The whole cancel culture, like cancel breaking up.
Real talk. Cancel it.
Cancel breaking up. Like you gonna go.
Cancel breaking up and learn to love each other.
Right. Learn how to deal with each other. Learn how to forgive one another. You with your girl, learn how to forgive her. You with your man and he did something, learn how to forgive him. You know what I'm saying? Because in that moment, going to somebody else and what they say? A shoulder to cry on.
A shoulder to cry on.
In that moment, that's not going to help the situation.
No,
and that's not going to help it.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
Listen, what you saying so heavy, right? Both of y'all, right? All of this getting posted on social media. Do you realize how much social media has killed relationships?
Social media,
facts.
Like
the main cause.
Listen. If a brother doesn't post his woman on social media, he don't like her, he don't love her. But he's at home doing everything else.
Right. Let me tell you something.
I don't love you because I don't post you.
Right.
I need some clarity on this. Because we talking about marriages that getting broken here. What's the deal with this?
This is the thing. Like social media has made it a thing where you put all of your business on the front line. some people
Want to be
like
what?
privacy.
Man, tell him again, man.
Some people like privacy. I ain't gotta show you my ribs.
Man.
I ain't gotta post my ribs.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? What?
I don't even gonna
Well, when the hell? Why in the hell I gotta post my women? I ain't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying?
She know I love her.
But social media has
on.
pushed this line like you should put your whole life. You should put when you go into the restroom to do a number 2.
Look.
You know what I'm
in
saying?
the
That's what social media has done. It has done that to people
Look,
where they
that's
expect
hilarious.
or they feel like, so he not putting me on, he not posting me?
Well, then
Like,
fuck it, I'm gonna take him off.
Shit, he don't love me? Oh, he got another bitch? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, on some foolish stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But a lot of you brothers and sisters that don't really understand privacy, what you gotta understand that it's okay for your private life not to be public.
Man, listen. The Walker board, look, that's listen, Don DeMarco.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it is
Shit
okay.
like that. You know what
I'm talking about?
Right.
That's
Like,
like-
let's just
It is okay. So like, I apologize.
That was so deep.
Yeah,
I forgot what I
I
was
gotta
gonna say.
repeat that shit one more time. Listen, it is okay for your private life to not be public.
it's okay. It's a beautiful thing.
It's just
You know
a
what I
beautiful
mean?
thing to keep your love
Right.
with you and yours.
I'm private,
It's a very mature thing. Cause let me go deep. Listen, when before social media, right? Some of the pictures that these women post on Facebook, some of these
I'm
pictures
from
that
the air.
niggas
Listen, you
post
tell
on
these niggas how old he is.
you would only see if I actually came to your house,
Bro,
Man.
listen,
right? And it'd be posted on your wall,
listen,
right?
if I may.
The pictures that they put on Facebook have went even deeper than that. It done went to you and your goddamn draws on Facebook.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
listen, if I may, I just want to jump in real quick. I apologize. Listen, these sisters are exploiting themselves in so many different ways, right? Like, I'm telling our age. And I apologize because I was a young man and I was in the world before I came into the truth. But the pictures that y'all showing, we had to really game up a sister to get that.
Listen.
Like, you had to.
I knew you was going there.
Listen, you really had to. You really had to show that you had a mouthpiece.
Right.
Like, man, you had to have game. Like, man, you had. When I mean, listen,
Now you ain't gotta work for
Listen,
it.
Akia, you had to really go in there and tickle her brain thoughts. I'm trying to tell you one. Listen,
Now every
look.
time you
I'm
think
trying to tell you.
See
Listen,
everything.
I'm trying to tell you.
Man, that's funny.
And now y'all out here just giving it to the world.
Well, that phase is gone.
Yeah,
Because
I know.
you gotta subscribe to get
that
the
the
goodies.
only- fans now?
Right. You listen.
Only
Now
fans.
every Tom, Dick, and Harry, perfect stranger gets to see all of your secret parts.
If I could, someone made a post. It was a meme, but it had some truth to it.
Please.
It was like you don't see as much twerking on your timeline
No more, yeah.
because
Hey, 'cause-
they're
Right.
charging for it now.
Right. They getting that $40 now. They getting that 40.
Not that it was cute in the first place,
but it
They
was.
getting that 40.
But you look.
the
and
point
look,
is you exploit yourself.
Right.
But look. This what y'all saying so heavy, right? Look, now I'm looking at this situation. They now will go ahead and do an OnlyFans, right? To exploit themselves. You know what I mean? Not realizing they're now being pimped again.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these white men, because Instagram is owned by Facebook. Facebook, if you can do an OnlyFans, that means your pimp is Facebook because they cutting the check.
From
You know what I mean?
From what I've seen, OnlyFans is paying like, on average like $7 a picture or something like that, like
Sorry.
$35.
I don't know. I don't even subscribe to
I've
it
seen a
in any
post.
facet.
I've seen
seen the
women.
post.
I've seen women make thousands of dollars.
And-
Quit their day
and-
job.
I'm
Oh,
sure.
no,
I'm
that's-
sure women make thousands, but I'm just saying the average is
With a man at home.
good night. so this is the thing, and that's
So a
not
nigga
really
knowing
a
how your
man.
women-
That's not really a man if he allowed.
That's
his
right.
woman
Yeah.
That nigga's not a man.
to be seen by hundreds of thousands of men.
And
Like,
you wonder why we want to be private?
It's security
right.
and privacy.
And you wonder why I want to be private, and like how we want to be private, right? Like I was just saying though, the point I was making is that it used to be a time when certain pictures, and I'm not even talking about explicit pictures. I'm talking just like family pictures. when you wouldn't see these type of pictures unless you actually knew somebody and you walked in their house and those pictures are on the wall. These type of pictures are now on social media where they're showing you family moments, right? So that's where the privacy, where they expect for you to show your whole life, because people are literally showing their whole life online. Whereas before it was like, nigga, you had to really know me to know my life and to see those kind of intimate moments with my children
real talk.
and with my family.
Listen, that's so heavy. Like, listen, I remember being younger and just in the world. And as a man, I have a few children. I didn't just want everybody to see my kids.
Right.
Because I didn't trust everybody.
Right.
And there's a level of, as a man, like, man, I want to keep my home at home.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And I don't want nobody in the middle of my ish. You know what I mean?
Wrong with that.
But we have grown accustomed to this lifestyle and this acceptance that if I don't show everybody everything, then I'm fake.
I'm front. When
half the time, all these people showing you, oh, I'm so lovey-dovey and we're this and we're that. They're miserable at home.
Miserable, man.
They arguing and they trying to put on a goddamn facade, man.
It's for the gram.
Man.
It's for the gram, man. It's for the gram. Like, it's for all show and likes and smiles. It's not really real, man. And that's what, like, that's the gift and the curse of social media. It's nice to be able to have information and be in touch with people, but at the same time, it deceives you to think somebody is somebody that they really not, are living a life that they really not, or look something like,
or
but
appear
they really don't. They appear looking like something, but nigga, them filters is a mother.
Man, listen,
you know
let me tell you something, now.
You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
man. Listen, you never lie about that.
You know what I'm saying? But I want to get back to that. Like, it is nothing wrong with being a private person. You can also be a person that is not high profile, but you know, somebody that's visible, that's always online, like how we are.
What is it? A personality is what you're talking about?
Yeah, personality.
Okay, go ahead.
And you don't need to know what my children look like.
Nope.
You don't need to know what my ribs look like. You know what I mean? It's a certain type of honor in being private.
It's a security and privacy.
In keeping your privacy, right?
Yeah.
Right? And it's a select few of people that still hold on to that in this society, in this day and age where social media wants you to put out everywhere you go, every toilet you sit on, all of that, your location and everything. Like they be putting every. I'll be like, damn, but you gonna tell me every move you make?
No, right now I'm
like if I wanted to rob you,
sexual preferences.
Oh, man.
Like damn.
I don't need to know all of that.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy that y'all say that. Like recently, I actually had to do a sweep through my Facebook. I be on Facebook, but you know what I mean, another was in social media. But I had to do a sweep on my joint because I started to realize I can't associate myself with bullshit. Like, and I see whoredom, I be like, oh, she always posted some naked shit. Get off of my feed. Like, unfriend. So if you see me unfriend you, it's because I don't tolerate the bullshit that you post anymore. And it's because there's a level of, like, I'm a grown-ass man, man. Like, I got morals, I got a moral compass that makes me move a certain way. And it's like, man, I can't have certain things in my circumference anymore. You know what I mean?
And it's like, you don't want to be looking at shit that irritates you.
Man.
You don't want to hop on your thing and see some sister with her ass all out. Like,
and I'm sitting there like, look, and don't get it wrong. I'm a very heterosexual individual, but I don't like hoes.
Right.
I don't like that shit.
No, I don't.
I don't like whores. If you showing me, Slack, go ahead. You gonna say something?
I'm gonna say it's vice versa also, because I had some brothers on my thing that would always post pictures of half naked sisters. Delete.
Bye, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I don't
thirsty.
I don't know what you even friend requesting me for.
Nigga, I ain't never needed a drink of water that bad.
You know what I mean?
I'm good.
I ain't never needed a drink of water that bad. So
I'm good. I'm not thirsty, nigga. I never needed a drink. And nigga, I didn't been in some real treacherous situations.
Right.
Nigga. And I ain't never needed a drink of water that bad. I ain't never been thirsty, nigga. What the fuck, man? And what you saying, like, the thirst is real out there. Like, real talk. Like, we gotta wake up to reality, man. A lot of these things happen and around you and are allowed to be around because you accept it. The moment you start saying, man, I'm not for that, and start removing it from you, the more you can start creating good patterns around
and
you.
that'll lead to them breakups too, like you was mentioning earlier, because she don't want the attention from her husband. She want the likes,
Yeah.
the hearts, the you know,
Man, listen,
the comments.
You know how many girls feel a girl get a heart? Oh my God, someone loves me. Oh, people love me because I got hearts.
Right.
You know what I mean? That like is one thing.
That's an addiction.
But you hit that heart that heart emoji, unless you really inquiring, that heart emoji hit different for a woman. And then, you know what I mean? It's so unbrotherly. Like, you would never see me heart another brother's wife. I don't even like, man, half the time I don't even like adding brothers' wives.
Right.
I know they my sisters.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong.
I get that.
But even me, it's like,
still,
we family.
Yeah.
We family.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
That's
you know what I mean? Whatever.
And that's your preference, and there's nothing wrong with that.
And but
you know what
look,
I'm saying? I feel the same way.
But that's my preference because you know what? I
I
respect you. I respect you. I'm not, and that's the level we lost respect.
Right.
We lost, like, us as brothers, we aren't going to do certain things to each other to cause strife for one another. But brothers in the world, they don't give a damn. Sisters in the world, they don't give a damn.
So,
go ahead.
So you wrong? Are you wrong for not posting your rib?
Am I? Fuck no. What?
I'm just saying,
No.
because that's what the world will make it like. Why you
No.
don't post?
Right.
Like, I don't care if she posts me.
Like, what
I
do
don't
you
No,
have?
no.
declare your love. I don't, you know what I mean? But
What do you
me,
have
I'm not
to
in that.
hide?
No, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Look,
Yeah.
they
Like,
think
what
you
do
have.
you have to hide?
What do you
Yeah.
have that fuck with that? I gotta hide,
Right.
bitch. I'm just like, hold on. Let me bring this back.
but
Retract this real quick.
She more than likely she understands. Like,
Listen,
you know what I mean? She don't-
listen. Listen. If I'm in a relationship with you, I show you I love you every single fucking day.
Right.
And if a fucking picture causes strife in my relationship that I don't post you, then bitch, you might as well figure it out because I'm gonna
Right.
find someone else that has common sense.
Right. In a picture, it should not be.
Yeah.
The picture should not be the gauge of how I prove my love to you. It should
Come
be
on,
what I
man.
actually do. 'Cause
I'm a
we
real
know
nigga, man.
Love
Come
is
on.
an action.
Man, and
You
I
know
show
what I'm
a whole
saying?
lot of
not
action.
a picture and
You know
not a
what I
word.
mean? Because
You
I
know
can
what I'm
look,
saying?
because I'll post you. Listen, I'll post, man, listen, I'll post a sister all day that's my red if I don't got to spend no money on her. Listen. Because look, hey, I'm feeding you.
Oh.
I'm
Right.
paying bills.
Right.
I'm doing all of that shit, right?
Right.
That's action. I'm doing that because I
Yeah.
love you.
I get
So
that's
listen,
funny.
if you think I gotta post a picture to validate you,
Right.
listen, I'll post it if I ain't gotta pay no bills.
God damn.
Listen. Now let's see if I really love you. Now let's flip the terms and see if I really love you. Then you gonna be sitting there. You don't help do this. You don't care.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
You're right.
fuck all that.
You already know how it goes with that.
Come on, man.
You already know
We
how it
need
goes
to
with
wake
that.
up to reality. Listen. Who's one of my favorite characters? He's in a sitcom. Everybody love Chris. Y'all know that, right?
Right.
Oh,
The father is my favorite. Kerry Crews is my favorite in that.
Yeah,
Listen,
that's
you
funny.
nigga, that nigga say, flip the switch on. You see that? Yeah, lights come on.
Yeah.
Man, shit, yeah. I love you.
Right.
Yeah.
Love is in action.
Water running.
Love
Right.
Nigga, I
Water
love you.
running. Love is in
You know what I'm
action.
saying? Hey, hold on, nigga. You ate some food earlier, right? Out of my refrigerator.
Right.
Nigga, man, nigga, I love you.
Love
I'm
is
just
in
trying to
action.
tell you, like, we got to get away from that, man. Listen. There is a bigger and deeper connection when you learn to have privacy, when you learn to have consideration, conversation that's outside of everybody else's influences.
You can't allow that's what causes breakups and splits.
Influence.
Because outside, and y'all know how y'all feel about each other. Y'all know y'all, you know what I mean? Connected.
Come on.
And then you gonna let Satan creep in.
Come on, girl, I wouldn't let that nigga do that.
Yeah, I can't do the multiple
Man.
wives. I can't.
It's-
Nah,
it's-
it couldn't be me.
Let me just hold it. It was a sister
Come
in the
on,
comments.
Please. What she
Sister in
say?
the comments, she said, she basically said, Shalom, I need to learn how to speak to my man, being though I'm coming from the world into the truth.
All right,
if I
perfect.
could, sir,
Please.
how do you deal with her? You said getting a woman that has common sense.
Okay, so read the question one more time so I can break that down.
She said, it was two, it's two,
As a
but I'm
sister,
putting it
it's a
together.
two-part question.
Yeah,
I got you.
Shalom, I need to learn how to speak to my man, being though I'm coming from the world into the truth. If I could, sir,
Please.
how do you deal with her? Question mark.
So how do I deal with a woman that's coming from the? So let me pose a scenario, sis. If I was dealing with a sister in the world and I knew that she had worldly actions and worldly ways to respond to things, as a sister, you're gonna have to learn what it is to be a true daughter of Zion.
Right.
And a true daughter of Zion. What sisters in One West? These One West excellent sisters. Give these sisters a hand real quick. In One West, which it sounds like you were trying to be. Listen, submission is their strength. Humility is their strength. One of the things that you have to understand is you have to take an approach that is accepted by your husband. You know what I mean? And one of those approaches is learning how to be sweet, learning how to be kind, learning how to have patience. You know what I mean? Every situation doesn't take loud speaking. It doesn't take extra attitude, nothing. It's so simple to say, can I have a conversation with you? Yeah, what's going on? Listen, I was having some problems with this and that, and I want to see how we can fix it. The way, like, what's that word?
That's communication.
Let me just tell you, the way that you...
That's communication.
So, like you, sir, if I may,
please.
Let me just tell you, sis, the way that you talk to your man can change the whole outlook of the conversation.
Man.
You can get him to do anything just by how you control your mouth, and you just have that sweetness and that kindness, right? And that patience.
Listen,
right?
you kill a man with kindness, especially if that's your husband. You kill him with kindness. You love him and you talk to him in a manner that he's going to be able to receive it. And don't think when you talk to him in that manner, it's weak on your behalf.
Right.
See, a lot of women think that they have to talk strong and go be arrogant and have an attitude to be heard. That is not a woman's place. A woman's place is to be humble, to be sweet, to be effeminate, to be kind. Listen, tone, T-O-N-E. The tone of anything can cause a bad reaction or a good reaction.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you learn to talk to someone and your husband in this situation, I'm assuming you have a husband the way it was written. You want to learn to just humble yourself. Sometimes it feels painful because guess what? You're not accustomed to talking like this. Please.
Even if, say, you know, any sister in general,
please,
you have a husband and you feel like, you know, you want to better your communication. How about you, hey, you know, I really want to focus on my communication. So what are some things that I say that bother you? What are some things that tick you off so I can avoid doing that?
Yeah, take a survey.
Listen,
find out from
absolutely.
Because you're getting it from him. Because what I might, you know, find irritating, Kevin Kwan might not find irritating.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? You know what I mean?
Find out, learn, and that's so perfect. Learn the person that you're dealing with. Don't be afraid to ask the question of how can I be the best version for you?
Exactly.
Right.
It's that's what it is. Since you got to ask yourself, how can I be the woman you want me to be?
Because when you get with a woman, like, yeah, she has her personality and things like that.
Of course, we ain't telling you.
A woman is, I remember I was taught, she's moldable.
Yeah, come on.
You got to mold her.
Listen.
So, but it's like you said, submission is her strength. Like, she comes to you like, okay, you know what I mean? Y'all might be courting or whatever. In the early stages of your marriage. She's going. It's good for a sister to be like, okay, well, how do you like your eggs scrambled?
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Versus,
listen,
you know,
because you know what that is. You're learning to take the time to learn the person that you've done what committed your life to.
Yeah.
See, the thing about relationships is in the early stages of relationships that aren't built on anything, they don't think about the bigger picture.
That's why they fail.
Exactly.
Right.
And so this is the beautiful thing about the truth, right? We want your relationship to succeed.
Right.
And successful marriages, there's compromise in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna she don't like when I do this, and I'll be like, okay, I can see that.
Yeah,
so you know.
And listen, and that's the vice versa part. So when you and listen, your man will be open to hear you. If you listen to him, he will be open to listen to you. Because the moment, a righteous man. Because if my woman come to me and say, listen, I hear you, you want me to do this and do that. Can you in return, I like when you do this, or I need this as well. It makes me feel better. Or can you acknowledge me in this regards?
Right.
Those type of things only happen with communication.
Right.
So
miscommunication.
miscommunication.
Satan.
Listen,
Satan to get in the head.
Satan don't run our house.
It's like it.
I'm the ruler of my house.
Right.
I tell my man, listen. I said, oh, if something get out of contact, but like, listen, let me holler at you. Tell that demon that he forgot I was in charge. Go tell that demon he forgot I was in charge.
She gonna look like
Right.
Hey, no, man, I remember Captain Goodall told me that. He said, "You tell her." He's like, "Don't even look her dead in her eye until I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to your demon."
Right.
I was like, "Damn."
Yeah, tell that fucking thing in you that I am in fucking charge.
Right.
And listen, that's only when you're out of line. Listen,
Right.
One of the things about a righteous brother, listen, we will never, like brothers that are righteous, we want to have a righteous sister. We want to give you the fucking world. We want to, and when I say the world, we want to make you happy and please you.
I
want a sister to speak kind,
Man.
and to be considerate. You know what I mean?
That's so attractive to me.
Those type of things will make a man, do whatever for you. He will lose his life for you.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? If you know how, like the spirit that America has put on Black and Hispanic women is a rebellious ass spirit, a spirit that wants to contend and fight
Selfish.
with a man and be in control.
Yeah.
You just gotta lay back and understand that the man is in control, sis.
Yeah.
Lay back, let him understand that he's in control.
Mm-hmm.
Be kind, compassionate, considerate, and whatever it is your issue, you can get him to do whatever you want.
And if I could, you got like a lot of relationships fail, or break up, right? For topic's sake, because they don't trust one another.
Nope.
You gotta learn, like you have to like. Okay, I remember I had a friend. Few may not understand this. He slept on his stomach.
That's very gay.
That's my point. I'm like, wait a minute. He just told me, man. You was talking about how he don't trust.
You mean how
his
you
girlfriend.
see girls be sleeping on their stomach and they be on their phone?
No, he
I know what you
sleeps
mean.
on his stomach. Like he felt like he was snip his.
Oh, hell no.
I'm like, wait a minute.
If you feel like your woman finna do that, nigga, you need to leave.
But my point, but my point is like,
And when I say leave, I mean get into another house. Go ahead.
right. But my point is, you gotta trust who you with. Like, I don't think about stuff like that.
Listen.
You know what I mean? Like, this is my wife, nigga. Like,
Listen.
the hell?
Listen.
Weird.
Hakim, listen.
that spirit.
Can I say something real quick, please? The fact that you have to think I have to sleep on my stomach because my woman could do that. Use a bitch. And I'm gonna tell. Listen. Let me tell. Listen. It's like if I may. And the reason why I'm saying use a bitch is because there is a level of testosterone and masculinity that you need to set as a tone in your household. Let me tell you something. No woman that I'm with will ever think she could ever trespass me that way.
This is the thing.
It don't matter what we're going through.
Right. No, yeah, of course.
and-
I was saying that as an example because I was talking to him about, like, trust in a relationship. Like, if you don't trust each other, like, you don't trust that, you know what I mean? I have good intentions when I tell you something. It's not that I want to, get on you.
I'm not trying to bring harm to you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to,
Trying to love you, trying to treat you right, but I'm going
I
to correct
care.
you.
Like, that's like brothers care.
Tough love
You know what
is
I
still
mean?
love. You realize that, right?
Yeah, kind. Yeah.
Tough love.
Correction is love.
Correction is love.
Correction is love.
You may think I don't love you because I tell you something.
You don't, because anything you love, just like your children, if you love your children, you correct them.
Yeah.
If you love your rib, you correct her.
Come on.
You set her straight. If you love her, if you don't love her, you're not correcting her. You know what I'm saying? So,
And if you love-
that's the basis of it.
Of a
Just like with
relationship.
your children. You know
Man,
what I mean?
and listen, you so right. Like the psyche of somebody has to be. If you got a man at home, he has children. You see him correcting his kids. You don't jump in his face, go, "Oh, you wrong," and tell him this and tell him that.
Right.
You realize he's doing that because he don't want no harm to come across his children.
Right.
He wants to know that they understand the right way to move forward. Well, guess what? This man that you open your legs to, you know what I mean? You better trust that is the man that, is to rule over you.
He's the man that's gonna
because he's supposed to rule over you at this point, because you've given him that, then you need to go ahead and accept what comes with it. But my thing is that brothers, sisters coming into and this is for for sisters that have husbands in the truth.
Right.
For sisters that have husbands in the world, you know what I mean? You may not have a brother that may be on the level of us, but at the same time, that doesn't change how you have to work and move and treat him.
Right. How you conduct yourself still can make a hell of a difference.
Man, listen, the Bible talks about, man, if a woman, you know what I mean, if one be righteous than the other, he's still saved by that woman, or vice versa by that man.
Right.
Your righteousness can change the way that your whole relationship is moving.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You could be, you know what I'm saying? You can have a wicked situation, but the way you stay on a woman, the way you love her, the way you show her how much you care, it's like anything. You pound it hard enough, eventually it's going to fall into place. It's going to shape itself, like Kabawan, for lack of better words. He said it's going to mold itself into everything you need it to be.
Right.
Yeah. Anybody trying to change your genre of movies that you like?
No, just trying to make sure you're the best version of you.
Exactly, because we see the potential. Like that brother, like I can't even explain it. Like that brother cares about you. You understand? Like that brother sees a lot in you. Like he, you know what I mean?
So yeah. So when I said
connected.
common sense, when I say common sense, sis, this to kind of hit that point. A lot of sisters lack common sense because they listen to their feelings and emotions, and they do things that are called what's the phrase? It's called irrational impulse. That's a demon. Most women suffer from this demon called impulse. You know what I mean? You find it when you go shopping for clothes. Cause y'all go or you find it for women that just buy everything on online ordering, or go to the Target store. Y'all send your rib to Walmart or Target. Hey babe, go grab this, and that. She come back with the whole damn store. You know what I'm saying? It's in you. You know what I mean? It's in you, but you got to learn to fight and mold yourself just to be better. Right. You know what I mean? Don't think that your femininity is a weakness.
Right.
Don't think that your quietness and submissiveness is a weakness.
Right.
We are in a place where they want women to be masculine and men to be feminine.
Right. And the masculine keeps us a masculine woman keeps a marriage is always going to fail if the woman is masculine, because like a brother in the truth, like for example, brothers come into the school with the woman, like it's damn near 9 times out of 10 she's leaving. You know what I'm saying? Because the masculine spirit on her is, you said how many you can have more than one?
Right.
More than one?
You can have more than one wife?
Never.
I gotta call you Khan out of my Khan. I gotta
call you my Lord. I'm cold with it.
I gotta do what you say.
And then auntie and grandma and mama that's single is in her ear. Like, what is you into?
Listen,
man.
And it's okay.
But
it's okay.
We in the truth or not?
Listen.
God damn.
Listen. And if I may, before we have to wrap it up, right? Some of us are gonna choose life, and some of us are gonna choose death.
Damn right.
We are gonna have to make hard decisions. And there's decisions that a man has to make, right? And there's decisions that a woman has to make. And in these choices, you better learn how to move and learn how to accept certain things that were here before you.
Right.
Listen, there's a reason why Christ said what he said. I mean, I can go to Matthew 25 if I wanted to. I can go to Isaiah 4:1 if I want to. Certain things you just can't run from. So you might as well learn to embrace your culture. You might as well learn to embrace the real trueness of being a woman, being feminine, being humble, set inside your feelings. Listen, I know them demons play in your head. I know you. Listen, a lot of y'all don't realize you've been embedded with a Western civilization.
And listening to people that talk about someone they don't know, man, that is like
it's bull. Right, like come on, you acknowledge someone that holds no weight.
That's a problem. It's a problem in the black
he
community.
Looked like
Hey, it's a problem in the black community
Hispanic
with us taking advice from people that have not proven that they could even have a successful relationship. It's a problem in the black community. Like men and women, you take advice from people that don't even have a successful relationship.
And that's so heavy, sir, because like I got a lot of I got a big family. My female cousins would be like, they told me, like, when I remember I was just talking to them. I'm like, why women do this? Why women do that?
Yeah.
And they was breaking it down.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I was like,
they
wait.
putting you on game.
She was like, my cousin. She'll vouch for me, right? She owe me $5 too.
She said, I
I'm
need
joking.
my money too.
I'm just joking. But she was like, I asked what you just said. You said,
Take it.
why do women? Or because they'll be like, say a guy is into a sister.
other people.
Right. Why is a guy, say a guy is into a sister, right?
Yeah.
And she'll be that outside friend. And I was like, why do women be like, it's almost like they hating on it. They'll discourage it. Like, oh, he look like this and that, and I don't know if that'll work. And she was like, really, because she wants that attention from that man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that shows you like what the world lacks is what we have. When
Morality.
We right. Morality, but genuine brotherhood and sisterhood.
No,
right.
facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Because I'm not gonna talk on nobody I don't know about. Yeah. I'm not gonna talk on
at all.
I don't know that person. I don't know. Facts. You know what I mean? How you gonna say that person look like they do this?
Right.
What the
you
hell?
Don't even know that person.
Yeah.
Like to even say it is fucking ridiculous. like what gave you the impression of that? It's because the shit that's in you is bullshit. And
you gotta get rid of that.
And that demon in you doesn't want to fight the thing that you know that person has could fix you. I mean, it's the reality, man. Listen, we gotta wake up and we gotta really stop living in a place of excuses. We gotta stop living in a place of making uneducated guesses about individuals. We gotta stop thinking that we're gonna be better with other people because we get to a certain level in life. You know what I mean? We just gotta be better, man.
Man,
I don't know.
Listen, I know I'm a Gadite. It's like I'm speaking a little freely,
please,
but my family
late night show.
Dominantly Judites. Bruh, they different. They put me on.
Right.
You know, I grew up. I'm a Jadite. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Like, but I really appreciate how, not just because they Judites. That's, I'm just being
Listen, look, I
joking.
understand. No, I know what you mean.
But they really told me a lot of things that, because sometimes I'll be like, you really into a sister, and like you'll overthink things and shit like that, and they'll be like, well, it could be this, it could be that. They talk, you know what I mean? Like maybe it's this, maybe it's that. But at the end of the day, my point is, communication can either be good or bad. They can communicate something bad to you, or you can communicate with that person yourself.
Yeah,
right.
Real
That's
talk.
Without drawing your own assumptions and believing your assumptions and drawing your own conclusions.
Those things that are in your head, that demon that is in your head.
That is,
you know what I mean?
Such a demon.
Man.
For real.
And you gotta not allow demons to live in you, man. You gotta look at yourself and say, everything I did prior to understanding the truth was fucking wrong.
Because
if it was right, you wouldn't be asking me for no goddamn help.
Right.
Assumption is a demon. Because who's to say why Cain killed Abel? He could have been thinking like, this nigga probably think he better than me.
Right.
I'm the older brother. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and he was like, all right, I can't have that shit. I'm gonna murder him.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's, you know what I mean? Let somebody prove to you what they really are. You know what I mean? Their actions will show you everything. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the reality of things.
Actions speak louder than words.
Come on, every single time. You know what I mean? Brother tell me, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and never show up. But there's that one brother, you know what I mean?
That brother
every time.
That's solid.
You know what I mean? Oh, you gonna do this? Yeah, for sure. And then every time, I'm waiting on him. Oh, he pulling up. Then he here. Every time I need it. He may not be here when I need him to be here, but he here.
Yeah.
He make an effort.
There's been people come in here and go, and
it's in
you tell a lot about a person about how they leave.
No, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because some of us understand. Like, you can then that's so heavy. You can tell a lot about a person by how they leave.
Yeah.
Listen, some people want to be in a situation. Some people are just like, all right, fuck it. I found out this is not for me.
Right.
And listen, you can't be that way.
Sad.
You can't be that way. You can't have this spirit of discernment. You can't have this. You can't have this ideology of these people in the earth, man. Everything that's going to fix your life is by humbling yourself and really learning the true nature of a man and the true nature of a woman. Go ahead, please.
I care about, in the world, like, people be like, I don't care how niggas look at me. Like, I care about how I'm viewed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do to y'all. I don't care.
No,
about
no,
anybody
that's what I'm
else.
saying.
Yeah,
I care.
To
But
those
even out in the world,
I still kind of
like,
care though because I pride myself to be
Right.
fresh.
yeah. I know, but
I know
I'm
what
saying,
you mean.
I'm saying like how I walk, like how I do
dress,
things. Like
yeah.
even when I'm amongst my family, like they know my mom. She makes something, she'll make my dish separate because it might have shrimp in what she making.
Yeah.
She gonna make mine different because
Make yours with chicken instead of something
exactly. But my point is, I care about how people view me.
Yeah.
Right.
In regards to, because I'm real about this shit.
Right,
No, real
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Yeah.
Anything, the truth,
Right.
Just
raising
everyday
children,
life.
wives.
Right.
I'm real about that shit.
Because that's
right.
because you are what you say you are.
Right.
Like one of the coldest things I try to tell people all the time: say what you mean and mean what you say.
Listen.
Do not be. If you cannot do that, nigga, well, I can't rock with you.
Listen.
Nigga, I can't rock with you.
Hey,
Real talk.
and as a native, I'm not even joking. As amongst Israelites, period.
As a Gadite,
But
though,
I'm telling you,
shout
amongst
out-
Native
shout out
Americans,
to Gad.
you cannot tell a nigga something and then not follow through.
No, and that's no real talk.
We learned the hard way with
Listen,
the
that's the treaty.
Right.
That's the treaty shit. That's why it was so personal. Because a handshake is, I don't need a contract. A handshake means everything.
It's good.
If
It's
you
your
say
word. Word is
your
bond.
word.
We don't need no damn handshake. You told me.
That's
Right.
what we gonna do.
Right.
Nigga,
On your
get
honor.
look,
On
your honor.
So
You know
now
what I'm saying?
get that shit done. Because
Right.
as a man who I am, I'm going to do my part. You know what I mean? And that's why it's so important. And that's for sisters too.
That's great.
You know what I mean? Say what you mean and mean what you say.
Right.
Listen, sis. It'd be better for you to just be single if you knew you couldn't handle a certain situation. Save yourself the embarrassment.
Right.
Save yourself the anger, the stress, the unfortunate,
And all the crazy
emotions if you ain't really ready to handle it. The problem is you are ready to handle it. You just don't want to accept your nationality.
And
You don't want to accept the truth is this is how it's going to be.
And the reason why I said that, someone asked me, someone messaged me that I knew from a while ago, and he was checking out one of my classes. He was like, "Bro, you really believe that?" I'm like, "Nigga, I ain't doing this for fun."
Nigga,
Right.
Like
do you think we playing out here?
Yeah, like
Ain't nobody playing out
I
here.
don't get paid, bro. What the hell?
bro, listen,
Nobody playing out here, man. And we do this for real.
man, like,
Man.
Man, we do this for
what time
real.
is it right now?
You know, the Wagga Bar edits videos and shit like that. Sir, what is the process of that?
The process of editing videos?
You see that face, right?
Yeah, it's not.
Come
The
on.
process is to lay
Come on.
it down in your mind and lay it down on the tracks. You know what I'm saying? On them layers.
Listen.
Hella time, right?
Takes time.
Listen, y'all pick up the phone.
Takes time.
Y'all pick up the phone for counsel just because.
Oh,
Y'all pick up the phone for breakdowns just because. You know
Like
what I mean?
we just playing with it.
I just
I'm
answer this phone all day and night at 3 o'clock,
Sir.
4 o'clock in the morning. Hey, Shalom, little crazy.
Sir.
What's going on? You know what I mean? Late, look with the Barry White on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everything's wild. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just woke up.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
come Kwame like, hey, Slime Lord Christ.
Hey, Shalom,
Hey,
little crazy.
look.
What's going on?
Hey, that's real. Hey, I be ready to call like Jerome Hyman for a breakdown, and I'll look at the phone for a second. Like,
No, hey.
Oh, you looking like-
hey, listen.
About to call.
Every time I call him,
I'm about to do it.
Listen, or just any brother. Listen, I look at my phone like that,
Man.
and because I consider them, and I go, fuck, it's 3 o'clock in the morning over there, and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning.
I need this
But,
breakdown.
hey,
No, I need
look,
it.
I can't go to sleep unless I know what this is talking about. Pick up the phone. Hey, Shalom, a little crazy. Yes, like it, sir. I apologize.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
Right.
I apologize. I know it's late. I know it's late.
my
and it's
God.
early. But Slacky, sir, I need this breakdown.
Man, I know.
All right, let's
I
come.
know it.
Like, hold on.
I know it. I know
hold on.
it.
Brother,
Man.
like, hold on. Let's come with it.
shit
Look,
funny.
and listen.
I apologize.
I know the men that, you know what I'm saying? You got to know, listen. If my leaders can do that for me,
exactly.
nigga, I have to do it for those that are under me.
And that's because you real about it.
Because I don't play with this shit.
What the Wagga Bar does is you
And we-
really mean that shit.
We here to serve and we here to do the work.
Come
We're
on.
here to serve
Listen, that's
and
it.
we're gonna do the work. You know what I'm saying?
And we
it
know
ain't
why you do
nobody
the work
else.
though?
Go ahead.
Because this is who you're not running from trying to be separate. You have accepted who you are.
I accepted who I am. I
you
accepted
fuck that monolith bullshit.
That monolith shit. Listen, I know who I am. I'm not trying to separate myself from my people.
Man,
I know who I am, and guess what? We all know who we are, and we came to serve our people.
Damn right.
We're gonna take on this thing, and we're gonna serve our people like Christ did.
Moan sound crazy. Hey, Thought One, you got some last words for the people, man?
I'll just say, I'll just say, I know a lot of times I'll be like, here a little, there a little.
Yeah.
Like that's just how my mind is.
But
tonight's programming, if you will.
Tonight's show. Gotcha.
All right, tonight's show. I would say what I got from it is, just be real. Just be real. We talked about monoliths. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if that's with an F at the end or a TH.
It's a TH.
But
TH, you go ahead and do your thing.
First time hearing that term, but I thought that was very edifying and educational. Of course, anything, big ups to the Bar, Priest the Wagga Bar. He always bringing it out heavy. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you check out any Black Authentic Truth, I mean,
I need a new
my
shirt
guy has done 4-minute videos and got 9 million views.
No, real talk. And then, and then they try to hate on him though.
Right.
Man,
and then nigga said, "Don't you trip, nigga. Don't you trip. I'm gonna do this shit again."
Look, he went like this. He went like this. I mean,
listen.
That's the Thawa smack.
The way, because
you know what I mean?
I'm built like that because of the UPK.
Exactly.
So they, like the brother said, I had that. They took my channel.
Hate.
But I got it again though. It's because. You know what I'm saying? Captain Mashak said, don't give up. Keep going.
And that's because it's black, it's authentic, and it's true.
God damn it.
You know what I mean? He get that on the shirt.
Man, with that being said, this the late night show, man. I'm Priestly Captain Quam.
One West Radio.
You know what I mean? That's the Wagga Bar. This is your favorite Gadite, man. Hollywood Hebrews and his apprentice over here. Man, we gonna say with that, shalom, man.
Shalom, One West Radio.